How's it going, eh? Welcome back to Big Rig Tree North. Welcome to another lawn fall renovation video. Today's going to be the final in the fall renovation series. We're going to be talking about fall lawn tips, next steps if you really struggle with your fall renovation, if you had a really thin lawn and you're not getting the greatest results from your fall renovation, next steps that you can go to bring your lawn to the next level. We're not going to be talking about leaves yet. I'm 2-3 weeks away, actually maybe 1 to 2 weeks away from my leaves coming down here. As you can see, I already have quite a few down over here and my trees are already changing most around my house, so probably 2 to 3 weeks away from leaves changing. As you can hear, the wind's picking up, rain has definitely picked up, guys, and the temperature has definitely dropped. We're sitting at around an average of 15 degrees in the last couple weeks. Lots of rain, lots of other things like that, but with the rain brings good results and looks the lawns. Without further ado, let's get into the video. So the first thing I want to start with is the results for the fall renovation. So as you can see, front lawn here, back lawn, sorry, looking great. But as you can see, a lot of the invading knotweed is out. I have not seen it this thick since the spring, definitely. And this area up here, major differences up here. I cannot believe how much better this looks up here compared to what it looked like a couple weeks before. A lot thicker, definitely from afar. You can definitely see up here, this whole area used to be brown. Now it's greening up. We got a couple of spots where the tire tracks are running and are not greening up. But even if you remove the thatch, you can see more green coming in. This area, give it a couple more weeks, the green up will be astonishing. Down over here, the seed came in great. We're looking at huge green up along the edge here. Seed's really in great. It's hard to see on camera, but seed really came in thick and lush and should hopefully fill in great coming in the next coming years. See guys, as I said here too, as I talked about, the fall renovation is the ultimate key. Push out the weeds. We had a lot of invading knotweed in the middle of the yard here. You look at it, most of it's gone. Just that push of the aeration and fert in this area really helped push out that knotweed. Help push it out. Even this clover, very thinned out from the aeration. Pushing nutrients, pushing natural things, and helping the line green up. And as you can see overall, guys, just the color on this thing is great. It looks awesome. This is the results you're gonna see from just pushing nitrogen in your lawn with your fall renovation. You're gonna see these great color results, great color pop with all the rain as well, helps it get to that. Never been happier. This is a great result in the fall renovation. We're only a couple years away here, guys, from just ferting heavy, aerating. We won't have to do that over seed. So without further ado, let's look at some other thin areas that we had to do in the fall renovation. Guys, the rain here has been crazy. This ornamental grass, the rain was just too much and it flopped the whole thing over. I don't have to be a couple more days and we're gonna have to trim this thing back. You can always tell fall is coming when the daylilies are all dying off. Summer's over, Canada Day stuff is gone, and the fall stuff is already out, guys. Final area in the renovation update, this side area. Now, big news coming up about this side area. We're probably gonna end up making this into a garden, just because problems we have in here with flooding from that downspout really cause problems, and this tree here. And we're probably gonna bring the cut in somewhere around here and hopefully get this area to fill in. But anyways, this renovation worked pretty well. I'm pretty happy. It doesn't look too great on camera, but it's definitely thickened up very much. It's a little bit sparse in areas, but it's a start. As I said, guys, you can't expect immediate results from anything in the fall. This is a start. This is a start. Next spring, if you push it heavy with my fertilizer plan, you will get to a point where you will have a strong stand of grass from seed, just like I have over here. This was planted early July, strong stand of grass from seed. Same as over here, early July, this whole area was planted over here. strong stand of grass from seed. So a little bit thin, but very strong and hardy. So a lot of people now might not have got the best results they wanted from their overseed. It was a very difficult time. The big rain that we normally get at the end of August came really late this year, about mid-September, and they're saying frost is going to come early, probably about mid-October. So what we're looking at now is if you want to get your grass seed to the next step, it's been almost a month since you've done your aeration overseed, you can go ahead, hit it with fertilizer, hit it with a balanced 16-16-16 fertilizer. Then about Thanksgiving, you're going to hit it with fertilizer again. And if you're down in the southern states and you don't freeze till mid to early November, then you can go ahead and hit one more dose on Halloween to get that green up. Up here in Canada, we freeze just after Thanksgiving. You're not going to get that extra dose before Halloween. You're just not going to get it. So you can hit it with 2 doses of fertilizer instead of 1. If you're like me and you're following my fertilizer plan, you're going to hit your dose of fertilizer about 2 weeks before your first frost, just about 6 to 12 days before your first frost, which is about a week and a half. And you'll be doing that if you're in Southern Ontario. You're going to do that on Thanksgiving weekend is normally the weekend before our first frost. For those of you who don't know, first major frost is normally when your lawn stops growing. So you want to make sure that you hit that fertilizer in before your first major frost. This fertilizer isn't super for growth. It's more for driving those roots deep and sending your lawn to bed in the winter with a nice full stomach of food. So when it comes up in the spring, it has that fertilizer to access right in its root system and shoot it back up and give you a nice green up. Folks, we only got about 4 to 6 weeks left of the lawn season this year. So we really want to get as much as we can out of it. So if you're looking for better results, make sure to follow that extra fertilizer plan. If not, follow my fertilizer plan. You're going to fertilize Thanksgiving weekend, 6 to 12 days before your first frost. Without further ado, let's get into some other fall tips. Okay guys, so here's some other fall tips. So for most of us in the fall, it gets very, very dark. We get a lot of overcast days, a lot of rain, and the leaves start coming down, sitting in the lawn. So for those of us, what we want to do is just start to lower down your mower deck. Once you know that you're out of the hot temps, the 30 degrees, 30 above, you can begin to lower your deck back down from 4 inches. Me, this is my first cut that I'm not going to do at 4 inches in almost 4 months. That's how hot of a summer we've had. I'm going to cut at 3.75 just to start to get the grass to say, hey, lower down a little bit. Don't go so crazy on the top growth. You want to drop off that top growth. We really want to drive root growth. If you look at our growth chart, root growth is a very big thing in the fall. So we really want to drive the root growth to structure this lawn, strengthen it to live over the winter. You want to get those seedlings to live over the winter. So what you need to do, drive those roots, strengthen those roots, and really get your lawn thick and green for the next spring. So that is why you're following the fertilizer plan. And starting now, you're going to start dropping your lawn down 3.75. Probably about 1st of October, you'll drop it down to 3.5. Then your final cut will be at 3.25 inches. So you're really going to lower that lawn down. The reason that you're going to do that is because you want to make sure that when the snow sits down your lawn and mats it down, you're not going to get a lot of thatch and die off. So you want to lower your lawns down. If you look at lawns around the spring when they start to green up next year, keep in mind who didn't cut their lawn before the fall, who left their lawn really long before the fall. And if you keep that in mind, you'll start to notice that the people who leave their lawn really long, untended to in the fall, once that spring green up comes, they have a lot harder time because the blades are all matted and squashed down and there's major problems. So you need to start lowering that lawn down early. You don't want to have a cut where you're chopping off more than 1/3 of the grass blade. You always want to stay in the 1/3 rule. So you need to start lowering that lawn down early and stay on top of it. Don't let it get out of hand because you only got a couple weeks left to get on top of things. Folks, if you don't know about fall renovation and you're looking at getting these type of results from your lawn in the fall, and you don't live in Southern Ontario, it's not too late for you. You can still go ahead and get an aerator, aerate, overseed, fertilize. Check out the video in the iCard up here. That's how you're going to handle it. That's how you're going to get your lawn to the next level, looking like this. Final fall lawn tip has to do with something not like lawns. So without further ado, let's take a look at it. So folks, I always talk about how lawn care is not only about getting something, sticking with it, making it grow, it's also about having the best yard on the block and having that pride that your lawn, your yard, your lawn is the best looking on the block. And one of the ways to do that in the fall is with Halloween. Halloween is a big domination day. Now with COVID this year, I'm not exactly sure how Halloween's gonna work, but normally that is the day where everybody comes walking up to your yard, comes walking up by your lawn, by your driveway, sees your edges, sees your stripes, walks up to your front door, sees your gardens, and they really can tell, wow, this person takes care of the yard. Wow, this person does a really good job on their lawn. And that's when they know that they've been dominated. So one of the quick ways that you can do this is with a quick pop of color. And nothing in the fall gives more pop of color than mums. These are probably one of my favorite annuals. You can only get them in the fall. They only bloom in the fall. This whole thing will be covered in red flowers. You need to get them about early September. They don't last much longer after the first frost, so they don't last long, but they always give great pop of color. They're a great thing to add to your lawn if you want that extra pop of color from once your summer annuals are gone. These are planted with daisies. They're gone. We added mums in to keep that pop of color for the rest of the year. Other than that, folks, it's all about pruning. Pruning is another big thing that you can get done in the fall. Anything like yews should probably be done more like August. These are yews over here. They should probably be done more in August. I didn't get to these ones this year, but I did the ones in the front. Anything else like ornamentals, we have large ornamental trees in the front. They should be done just about once your temperatures are dropping below 15 degrees. Trees are starting to head into dormancy. You don't want to do them once they lose their leaves. You want to do them when they still have leaves, but good time to trim bushes back. Willow bushes, euonymuses, anything like that. Fall is a great time to get on and trim those bushes back. Folks, without further ado, that's just my quick list of some fall lawn tips. I'm gonna get on here and go and have a mow. Hopefully we'll be getting some wrong structure things. If you have any questions about pictures, if you want to send me in pictures about your fall renovation, your results, send them to my email at thegreatgreennorth.ca. It's in the link in the description. If you guys are looking for more tips, more questions about your fall renovation, feel free to ask them down in the comments below. Without further ado, I'm going to get to a mow. If you're looking for more tips about leaves or fall lawn care, subscribe for more. We're going to keep going weekly videos here on the Great Green North. I have a video next week. We're going to be answering all of your questions. And from the Great Green North, my name is Wade Murray. Keep it green.